Hey, what is up guys, Seth here, and the Legacy of the Valiant just dropped, and therefore we've got a lot of new support, and it's really good support for Heraldics. Heraldics, as you know, is probably one of my more favourite decks, and it really does promote well thought out ideas, and it's good in the sense that XYZing, it's not just spammy, it's not, the same plays, it really does help the entire game the way it plays. And the new support kind of complements that with Heraldry augmentation, as well as the number C monsters that are all here. So the deck profile is as follows, and we'll get into why the choices are made with a follow-up epic duel video that just shows how good the deck really is. We've got Goblinburg at 2, we've got Aberconway at 3, we have the new Heraldic Beast, the Amphis Bane, or however you say it. You discard one other Heraldic Beast monster, special summon this card from your hand. You have 2 Heraldic Beast Basilisks. You have 3 Heraldic Beast Leos, 1 Twin-Headed Eagle, 1 Unicorn, 3 Kageto-Kage, 2 Chameleons, 3 Advanced Heraldry Arts, 2 Forbidden Lands, 3 Heraldry Augmentations, 3 Heraldry Reborns, 3 Limited Barrion's Force. You have 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, 1 Compulse, 2 Safe Zone, 2 Skill Prisoners, and 1 Void Trap Hole. The Skill Prisoners are a new card, and basically it's kind of like a forbidden dress for monster effects. Basically, your opponent cannot target you with monster effects. You can't be destroyed like if it was a Black Rose, but you can't be targeted by them. So it's a good card, and I think it's the new Fiendish Chain if you want to be attacked. If your Gravekeeper Disciple wants to be attacked, you use Skill Prisoner instead of Fiendish Chain. For the extra deck, we've got Emerald, we have the full Armoured Crystal Zero Lancer, you have the Gaga Cowboy, the 2 King Feral Imps, the 1 Lavavel Chain, the Maestroke, the Shark Knight 101, the number 18 Heraldric Progenitor Plaincoat, Utopia, the Heraldic King Genome Heritage, the 2 Dark Knights C101, the 1 Utopia Ray, and basically the point of this deck is number C69, Heraldric Chaos Crest. He is the 1-turn play, he is the first turn play you should go for. If you get Limited Barrion's Force in your hand before your opponent can special summon, you summon this guy. Absolutely, you summon this guy, because if you can manage it, Heraldry Augmentation on the field at the same time, your opponent has no response to this. He has absolutely no response to this. Now, Heraldry Augmentation is a card that will discard 1 Heraldry Beast monster, add 1 Heraldry spell card or trap card from your deck to your hand. The problem with it is, if you activate this effect, you cannot normal summon or special summon any monsters for the rest of the turn except Heraldic Beast monsters or a Psychic type XYZ monster. So it's really limited in what it wants, but at the same time it really gives you exactly what you need at the time. Advanced Heraldry Art is such a good card, instant rank 4 XYZ, great card. Nothing bad can be said about getting an Advanced Heraldry Art to your hand. Now, the reason we run Limited Barrion's Force is the rank up magic Limited Barrion's Force helps us in the sense that it doesn't require a type. Barrion's Force and Numerous Force both require the same type as the monster that you rank up from. So if you're rank 4 as a warrior type, you're making a warrior type rank 5. For this, I could take an Emerald and I can make it into a Chaos Crest. I could take a King Feral Imp and I can make him into a Silent Owner's Dark Knight. It's really good. It's a good way to play the deck. It's very adaptable. The only problem it has really is stalling out until your opponent, until you draw your rank up magic Limited Barrion's Force. However, that's easy enough because the deck has so much thinning capabilities between King Feral Imp and the augmentation, the Heraldry augmentation, and of course Heraldic Beast Leo. So, as ever, guys, like I said, I'll give you a duel. Sorry, I couldn't think there. I'll give you a really epic duel that I had and demonstrate the deck and its good points, and I'll be back in a second. Now here we are, guys, with an example of how good this deck is. Now, whilst my opponent is playing something that's really just junk, and you know, he's probably not understood the game, or he's playing something really weird that just doesn't really make a lot of sense, and it's just a fun deck. It's an unrated, so I'm guessing that's maybe why he's playing it. The fact is that this deck would have made pretty much the same plays regardless of what deck it was facing. There was, you know, room for, you know, adaptation, in the sense that, you know, if I was to instead XYZ summon something else, let's say I didn't want to XYZ into Lavalval Chain, if I wanted to XYZ into King Heraldic, I could have done that instead, or I could have XYZ'd up into Utopia to prevent his attack. Instead, I decided to go for consistency, and ended up with the Heraldic Beast Leo. The Heraldic Beast Leo managed to get me the cards that I needed to my hand to set up for the possible rank up Magic Limited Barriers Force play. Now, Unicorn is able to banish itself and summon back a Psychic type XYZ monster. It'll have its effects negated though. That's the key difference. But a 4000 attack floater is such a good card to have, so it doesn't even matter that it doesn't have its effects anymore. Now, I did draw into the rank up Magic Limited Barriers Force, of course I did, because, you know, that's just that's the Yusei skills. And top decking that, I managed to basically stall him out from his Swords of Revealing Light. His Swords of Revealing Light really didn't do anything to me, and because he couldn't attack me in any way, shape or form, even if he attacks directly, it'll trigger Chaos Crest. If he attacks another monster that I control, it activates Chaos Crest. Any attack your opponent does will activate Chaos Crest. Therefore, cards like, you know, Wat Cobra and things have no effect on this card. He will get his entire field wiped out by him attacking. So he has to deal with Chaos Crest through an effect before he can continue. And, you know, for consistency issues, I decided to go into the Emerald to get cards back into my hand so that I'd be able to, you know, shuffle and draw. And, you know, that was basically the game. As soon as his Swords of Revealing Light was over, you know, he really didn't have any hope. So, as ever, guys, comment, like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the deck. Test it out. It's a really good deck, so test it out, see what you think. And this is Seth punching out.